I have a $33,000 guitar collection, and of course, I can't use all of these guitars. It's just too many guitars. Aristides, Happas, Warwick, Dingwall. And you might think, why does this kid who can't play guitar that well have all these expensive guitars? The reason is I run a software company named Solemn. So we sample these really expensive guitars, put them into software, and then other musicians get to use that software. So stuff like this, Odin, Sanguine bass, all of these instruments were made out of extremely expensive guitars like these. Now the goal was always to sell some of them eventually. And now I'm going to be moving to a much nicer studio. I bought a property, the studio is about to be built. There's even more than these, like I have 4 or 5 in other studios. And so it's time to downsize. I gotta take some really nice photos. But before that, of course, you know, we gotta brag a little, you know, it's the YouTubes. You wanna show off a little and people are like, wow, it's such pretty guitars. I can't afford a Lambo, but I do have the Lambo of guitars. Speaking of Lambo, this beautiful baby right here is my Aristides 050. This is the bass I sampled myself for Sanguine bass. Again, I think it's right up there. It's my favorite bass. It's like a chameleon thing, but I don't know if it's super obvious on camera right now. Let me, oh baby, look at that. Absolutely beautiful thing, but I've sampled it already. So it's time to go. I've also got another Aristides being made right now. Maybe we should check out the factory, you know, on a future vlog or something like that. This is my best sounding bass, in my opinion. I've owned 3 Dingwalls as well now. I've owned Spectre, I've owned Happas, I've owned Warwick, I've owned Mayones. To me, Aristides beats all of them, but that's also personal preference, you know, that's the thing about being creative. You try out different brands, they all have their own little sound and vibe, and then you just say, oh, this is the sound or vibe I dig. It's very possible that because of how stupid and insane this thing looks, it doesn't sell, and I wouldn't mind, honestly. That's just like a good excuse to keep it. But yeah, absolutely incredible instrument. Then we have the Warwick right here. This is also a really cool one. Of course, like I don't own any shitty instruments except for one. We'll get to that later. There's one shitty one. Stick around. Very cool, like pure wood kind of vibe. Sounds really cool as well. It's a little hard to play for me because these pickups, they're quite chunky, quite thick, quite high up. And so when you're picking, you can actually like hit them. Might be a skill issue though. This might just be me sucking balls. But what I also really like, and this is nothing to do with bass playing really, you can grab it like this really easily. You know, it's like a schlong you can just grab and Speaking of shit buckets, this is the worst guitar in the studio. It's a Squier Stratocaster. I bought it because I really needed a pink guitar for a music video recording. So I have a band named AAA Void. We released our first song, The Gates, featuring Hollywood Undead, actually. Really sick.
They're lining us up, but me, I'm not getting stuck. They tried dividing us up. I say enough is enough.
The guys are awesome. They use Solemn Tones instruments, so they have great taste, you know. Had to make a music video with them. And I needed pink instruments. And I was like, where the fuck do I find like a classy looking pink instrument? I looked on Reverb. It was this thing. It sucks ass. I just didn't want to spend too much, you know, on a guitar to be used for one little music video. Of course, like when someone's new, you know, someone's like, oh, I want to play blues or rock guitar. I'm brand new. I don't have a lot of money. This is a fine guitar, you know, I'm sure it'll play fine and you'll learn your first few years on this. But when you're used to like the $4,000 Aristides, then okay, then this becomes less great. The bridge isn't that great, you know, the pickups aren't that great. You know, it's an entry-level guitar and that's fine. Everyone starts somewhere. My first guitar was a Behringer. Now, you know, Behringer or Behringer, whatever you want to call it, doesn't make guitars. It's not a guitar brand. It's an electronics brand. But they also had a guitar. I paid $50 used. The guitar broke within 2 weeks. It was dog shit. This is nicer than that, you know? If this was my first guitar, I would have been happy. Maybe it's like $300 I paid. You can get better guitars for $300. Trust me. You go on Reverb right now, used guitars for $300, you can get like a nice mid-tier Ibanez, put in some EMG pickups. You've got a metal machine that actually works in a studio setting. This Not so much. Next up, we got the Solar, I think 1.8C. I'm honestly not sure. I've had this one for a very, very long time. Ola England, of course, amazing creator. Really, really real on camera. I appreciate that a lot. I do really have to thank Ola. Not because, you know, just of this guitar, but the reason I actually got into music production was because he made this mixing competition in like 2011 for his band Feared. And so I think it's the song Possessed or Possession or something. He would release all the stems and everyone could mix it. And that was the first song I ever mixed. If it wasn't for Ola, maybe I wouldn't even have produced anything and I wouldn't be standing here. He ended up reviewing like my amp simulator. So, you know, life works in mysterious ways. Got this Solar. It has an Evertune. I'm a huge fan of Evertune. Honestly, I think whenever you have a recording instrument, meaning to like record in a studio, it should probably have an Evertune. Like these things are just so much easier. They don't go quite as sharp when you like dig into the string. They don't constantly detune between every take. It's just a lifesaver in the studio. Next up, my baby. One of two of my favorite instruments. A Aristides right here, matte white, gold hardware, 7-string, Evertune, Fishman Fluence pickups, and that's not all. We also have the blue Ice White Dragon fret inlay. God, I don't know if you can see that. I hope you can. I'll hold it still for a little bit. This is my favorite. I'm a huge Yu-Gi-Oh nerd. I mean, I even have like a Blue Ice White Dragon tattoo. I just love Blue Ice White Dragon. I'm a little basic like that. And so yeah, the guys at Aristides, or I think, sorry, I say Aristides because people in America call it Aristides, but I know when I speak Dutch, I'm from Belgium, I speak Flemish, which is basically the same as Dutch. I know it's Aristides. They say Aristides, but all the Americans say Aristides. So now I say Aristides. Now I look like a fucking idiot, even though I speak Dutch. I know it's anyway. Amazing brand. This is my favorite guitar, together with another one. It's a tie for first place, and more on that later as well. Whenever I'm like riffing, you know, when I'm like, oh, I want to play a little bit of guitar, you know, play some Slipknot or whatever, this is the guitar I grab. This is my baby. Next, we have this demonic looking thing. This is my Hapas Turandot. Basically, Hapas is like this custom brand and they make these headless instruments. So as you can see, the kids love it as well. Headless instrument. Multi-scale too, which is incredible. I'm a big fan of multi-scale. I've also got a multi-scale Aristides. Look, I said it right. We can check out later. I would keep all of these if it wasn't for the fact that, you know, I'm getting a new studio, gotta get some new funds, can't move all of them either. Again, there's some others in studios through the country, like, fuck that shit. So yeah, this Hapas, incredible, awesome looking instrument as well. So speaking of my other favorite instrument, we have the Ibanez Xiphos right here. And this isn't just any Xiphos. This is completely customized. So the normal Ibanez Xiphos comes with like an Edge 3 tremolo, which is dog shit. No offense, Ibanez. Maybe you have way better ones now, I don't know. But the old Xiphos, they were known to come with this Edge 3 and they would just go out of tune constantly. They were just ass. However, they did come with incredible pickups, the DiMarzio deactivators. Those were incredible passive pickups, but I really wanted active pickups. So we got some Fishman Fluences in here. Also got some new hardware. Also this really edgy skull knob. I really dig. Floyd Rose original trem now. Changed all of the tuners as well. So this is completely modded. The only thing that's original, you know, is that chameleon. That's one nice instrument. So yeah, that's my other favorite. This is my lead beast, even though I suck at leads. Next, we have a Dingwall NG3 pink. So just like my shitty Squire over there, I bought this one purely for a music video, for the AAA Void, the Gates music video. And so I hope I don't lose too much money from this, because like buying it just for a music video and then selling, I know I'm losing money. We have the hapas right here, Turandot, but this time it's a 7-string, so it's an actual guitar, it's not a bass. This is a rhythm machine. This thing has just one pickup, bridge right here, also headless, just like the bass. Literally, it's just the guitar version of the bass, really. It's also very light, so if you're like a touring musician, I imagine this is extra cool because it's just so light, like you're gonna put it on a strap and you're not even gonna feel it. I think it's like half the weight of every other guitar here. It might be because I've been holding all these basses, but I think it's light as hell. Next up, we have another Aristides, godverdomme, Aristides. 8-string, multi-scale. This was actually the first titty I ever got. Blue, fucking fancy schmancy spaceship looking thing. It has Lundgren pickups, which are my favorite pickups by far. Yeah, just an incredible instrument. The only thing that sucks about this is that it's an 8-string, and I'm just pretty shit at 8 strings. Like, I can do 7, but 8 just gets a little bit weird for my little sausage fingers. Might be the best looking instrument in this room right now. And then finally for the instruments here, again, there's some other ones that I just can't show right now because they're not with me. Maybe I'll cover them in some other video. We have this Ibanez Prestige. So this one I actually got from my grandpa before he passed away. So this one's I'm not selling, obviously. Seymour Duncan pickups. I'm not sure which ones. Is it like Nazgul or is it Winter? I forgot. I don't really know. This is not meant to be like a studio guitar. You know, this is just like a personal little thing. This was the first higher end guitar I've ever owned. I mean, I know an Ibanez Prestige is not like, it's not the $4,000 Aristides. This is where you get like the 1.2K type of instruments where you know, okay, all of these electronics, all of like the hardware, it's all gonna be like slightly higher level. And if you're starting like your studio thing, you know, and you have to look anywhere, I would always look in this tier. Used. You know, you can get incredible used instruments that are studio ready for like 700, 800 bucks. By going used, you have access to these 1.2, 1.3K instruments, but at that lower price point. So this is the type of stuff I would be looking for. And again, I'm not selling it, so I don't give a fuck that you like it or not. It will always have a special place in my heart. And so now let's go take some photos of the instruments that I will be selling. I just heard a preset for our next product and it sounds fucking huge! Hopefully we can release it sometime soon. Now my good friend Fede is coming over. He's a great producer and musician. Yeah, I've been waiting fucking 20 hours here. I've been crying, playing the sad violin.
Hey man.
How you doing? This is the tiny fucking studio place for now.
This is a sick studio place.
Thank you. Let's start with guitars so I can plug the shit out of the best amp in the world. So that's the shitty Squire, basically.
There's no such thing. Oh, by the way, got a little present.
Oh.
Same thing, but with flow.
Appreciate it. I don't know if the camera can catch that. Probably not. Which size is it? This one?
3. The not so big one.
That's what she's... No, that's not what she said.
Okay. If you're confident and it works.
Yo, what the fuck is that? I told you it's a shitty Squire.
Right?
What, more gain to squeal harder?
Yes. That's what she said.
Fuck, yours was way better than mine.
That is what she also said. Alright.
Is green cool or is red cool? Red is maybe too much. Ooh, I like pink. Look at this compressed brick.
Oh, dude.
That's a Fishman.
That is fish.
Dude, I'm getting no shinies. This is some bullshit.
No what?
I loaded up.
I don't know what that term is in cinematography.
Oh, it's a big one. Yo, it's huge.
That's what she said.
I knew you were gonna say that.
No, you didn't.
That was so easy.
No, you
That
didn't.
was the easiest one ever. New size records. That's what she said.
I actually really like this one. I thought it was gonna be like, Hoppus.
No, Hoppus is a fucking incredible brand. You love 6 strings, right? So this is right up your alley.
Can you hold that? Thank you.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
I don't know how that doesn't
It's
even
full-
work. You're saying A, but you're giving me credit for nothing.
It's falling down.